Yeah, Matt Stagger, what up?
Yay! Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. And more importantly, happy Monday before JordanCon.
Yeah, that's better. Let's lead with that next time. Let's not do the Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday before JordanCon.
Forgot to put this. I'm a mess.
So tonight, I guess, tonight it is dark outside.
Yeah, it's dark
Instead
outside.
of you guys watching us watch something, we are going to talk about JordanCon. And joining us today is the JordanCon social media team. We've got Jamie, Joe, and Ali.
Yay! Let's bring him in.
Bring them all in.
My
all
God,
at the same time.
fanfare! It's
Look at the hair!
Hello.
Look at the hair! And the crown! And the shirt!
I couldn't let Joe be what up, Arosa? I couldn't let Joe be the only one with a crown, so I went and got my tiara.
Tom's very thoughtful like that.
Very, very much. It's you, Tom.
Thank you very much. I got this from a lovely group of people that are amazing as a gift, and I wore it for my Speaking of JordanCon, they do a lovely. I don't know if it's like been posted anywhere yet, but they usually gather everyone that's in tiaras, which has become a thing, together to take a tiara picture and then a kilt picture. So if you are wearing a tiara or a kilt, keep an eye out for a post about that.
Yes. It has become quite the thing. It is the thing.
Oh, and Village Mattress, what up?
Hey.
Hello, Village Mattress.
That is one of the sponsors of the Way of the Leaf when I'm in my felt form.
Oh.
They sponsor
when Tom is a puppet.
Yes, I am. Yes. I sometimes am a puppet. I prefer that size me more. I actually, Erin, my wife, made me a new T-shirt for him.
Oh my God!
That is a drunk cookie monster on cookies and milk. So, yeah.
That is adorable.
I asked her to make me some shirts. I asked her to make me some T-shirts of T-shirts that I have. So that's what she did.
I really so good to you.
I know. I really want to wear my T-shirt and then the puppet wear the same T-shirt. That's what I want because I'm ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. That seems appropriate.
Well, now it's all I want. So.
Hello, my friends. What's up? Sky Squirrel. What's up? Oh, it's Althor's Taint. Everyone, Althor's Taint. Everybody.
Oh, hi, Althor's Taint.
Behold the taint.
Oh, it is pretty fantastic. It is a good taint. I mean, there's a lot of people down there sometimes, though, so you have to take a number usually.
I mean, try to get there first. That's all.
It's true. It's those three women. They're always hogging the taint. Anyway, so you guys, let's go. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? We have your little. Like we're super official. We have like your titles underneath, and everyone. Might I add the other titles that are under everyone's name are 100% appropriate. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Let us know what your your jobs are at JordanCon, and then I'm gonna ask for let's see, maybe like your favorite JordanCon memory, or like your first JordanCon memory, or something like that.
Goodness.
Start with Jamie or Joe if Jamie doesn't want to go first.
I say
I just didn't want to put her on the spot. I felt bad.
I'm deferring to King Joe here. I'm deferring to King Joe. Go for it, my man.
All right, Joe.
Yeah, Joe should go
Who
first.
are you, Joe?
Yeah, hey, I'm Joe. I am the social media director at JordanCon. Very official. Which basically means that these two do all the work, and I'm the manager. They call me Mr. Manager.
Well, that's smart. You delegate.
Yeah, I delegate.
Sorry.
I delegate, and then I take credit, and it's a very lucrative position like that.
You are on your way to corporate success, sir.
Spoken like a true man in charge. Yeah. I mean every word of that.
And let me see. First JordanCon memory.
Yeah, or favorite.
First or favorite.
Or both.
So I think first JordanCon memory is probably walking into that lobby for the first time, right? Like you walk into that lobby and it's like 3 p.m. on a Thursday if you're me, and there's like people there and tons of people, and they're all talking or have talked Wheel of Time, and it's super cool.
Okay. So you say lobby. Which hotel was your first one? Do you remember?
It was this one. It was the Crown Plaza.
Was it in the last batch of years that we've been there, or was it the first time back at whatever it was, the third JordanCon or whatever?
I would love to claim that I've been here since JordanCon 3, but it would in fact be a lie.
Okay.
My first JordanCon was in 2018, so it was this time that we were here.
So it was at least a pre-COVID con though. So
Yeah, it was definitely pre-COVID con.
And that one was the homecoming. That was when
Yes, that was year 10 anniversary, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
That's fun. I was gonna show off and wear my JordanCon 1 t-shirt, but the front of it is just a plain green t-shirt and it says JordanCon. It wouldn't have been good. Yes.
We've come so far.
Speaking of JordanCon
it would have been better
t-shirts,
if you had a green screen.
I do.
Yes.
That's what I use for the puppet show. I call it my warder cloak. I don't know where it is. Like my puppet has a warder cloak. It's really just a green t-shirt. Behind the scenes. But speaking of JordanCon t-shirts, Jamie, you're gonna go next now because I'm talking to you, and that's how this works.
That's great.
I love that t-shirt. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna put you in the middle of the screen, and you're gonna be showcased now.
You got it.
Because I just love this t-shirt. So that was Con of Legends, and for those who
Ariel Burgess.
wait, Vogue for us. You got to Vogue. You're displaying the shirt for us. Give us a little like model. There you go. Oh my God, yes.
I'm in a field of daisies. I'm gonna work it. Okay, I'm wearing Ariel.
Ariel Burgess. So like, I don't know, for a lot of people that don't know, so that was Con of Legends. There's usually like a loose theme each year for JordanCon. This year is Tuatha'Con, as per the name of this nonsense. The video, not JordanCon, but that's nonsense too, because we're all crazy. The Age of Legends, Harriet. This is like a headcanon for Harriet. I don't know how canonical this is for like the book series, but she said that she imagines the Age of Legends as like a steampunky, Victorian type of era. So when Ariel did the t-shirt, that's kind of what she had in mind. So there's like airships and stuff like that. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful shirt.
It is.
And obviously I'm kind of biased for Ariel because there's pictures here.
Aren't we all? I mean, I picture hers in my background. So
there you go. But what was your what do you do for JordanCon? I mean, I know, and it's really just anytime we see anyone posting stuff, it's usually you and or Alina. So like it's one of the three of us, and I'm social media manager, and basically this team of us is working to get information about JordanCon out to JordanCon membership and out to potential JordanCon membership, and just tell everybody how wonderful it is and what's going to go on there and how much you want to be here. But another aspect we love is that engagement of when it's not JordanCon. Let's post some stuff and get people talking about JordanCon again and about all the stuff we love about it. So I don't know. That's what I love about the role is that engagement and how organic it is, especially in our Facebook group, and then the comments that show up on our Instagram posts and our Twitter posts, and how it really is just sort of like family members talking so much of the time, and that's my favorite part about it. Awesome. Matt Stagger, I'm sad that your first one was JordanCon. I mean, it was great to see everybody after such like a long hiatus of like basically living in the house forever. But I hope this year it's a little bit more return to normal. Do you guys have anything to say about that? Or Ebony, this goes to you too, because you're still staff. She doesn't have it under her name, but she is also the new member services director.
Yes.
Ebony.
Mistress of Novices. I do a lot of stuff. So basically, I'm just going to change my title to Ebony, and then old dash, and just say mom, and that's going to
be. She's con mom.
Tina's con mom. Tina's con mom.
That's true.
I am first timer mom. Like after you go on your first time, then you get me and Tina. Like you got two moms. So behave yourself.
It's a twofer.
Yes. So I do think, based on this, everything that we were talking about, it's going to be more normal than it was, but we will never be normal after the plague because it was the plague. So, but I think this JordanCon will probably feel the most like pre-COVID JordanCons.
Oh, here you go. Here's one of your
Yeah.
people right here, Scott Sparrow.
Yeah, no, Village Mattress.
Welcome.
Village Mattress is also their first time.
Oh,
So
Village
welcome
Mattress, you're coming
home.
too? Yay!
You got some newbies, hey.
Girl and Village
Yes.
Mattress. Welcome home, kiddos.
Yes, welcome home. You did not know that you wanted us to be your family, but by the time you leave, excited to become. By the time you leave, we will talk about post-con depression at one point. It is a real thing.
True story. It is a
It
real
is a
thing.
real thing.
It's
But
Speaking
it's
of-
okay.
unanimous, absolutely.
Speaking of JordanCon being a home, I have a special video to play as our like closing credits video. It is I implore you to stay and watch it because it's amazing. You might cry though. I'm fair warning.
You might want tissues. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
just
is.
go get them now. Go
It
get
is a
tissues.
lovely.
Yeah.
Oh God, I teared up like I edited it a little. Edited it. I edited it. Yeah, I'm gonna just start beatboxing now any second. I edited the beginning down a little bit because like there's like a just long period of like just nothing for a second for some reason. So I just cut that out. But then I just watched the whole thing and I cried this afternoon while I was doing it. So there you go. But we have our first question in chat. So please also chat for everyone watching. If you have any questions that you want to ask about JordanCon or us in general, Wheel of Time, whatever, just shoot them our way and we'll answer them. So we have our first question is actually, I'm thinking from Innkeeper Hatch at the Dusty Wheel.
It's our first question.
Yeah, and it's actually like a good question. It's actually a good question from Matt. And no, I'm just it's a real question. He's usually sassy. He's usually sassy, trying to be funny, but this is a good, real question and something that a lot of us want to know. So, can any of you guys elaborate that? I know a little bit, but I want to. I obviously defer to the experts here if you guys know. And for those who can't who can't read it, Matt asked, "What is the information that we have about live streaming or broadcasting at the con?"
Yeah. So in terms of live casting, live streaming or broadcasting at the con, there's a new area where that's going to be. It's still in the lobby, so you're not moving too far. But rather than where it was last year, which is kind of right in front of where everybody goes to go to the panels and into the main events and all that, we're moving it to this second area kind of behind the bar and really close to the check-in desk. In fact, you can see a picture of it right behind me because that's my background is we're broadcasters.
I'll make you big.
Joe, I just now got that.
Oh yeah, okay. So
I'm so glad I suggested that.
correct me if I'm wrong. I think I know exactly where this is. So like when you first walk in the door, right in front of you is like this really beautiful like couch seating area, and then there's like the stairs that go down out into the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like right to the right of those stairs.
Yep, that's exactly it.
There's another. Yep.
My memory worked. I'm proud. I'm just proud of me for remembering something correctly.
Well,
So-
I mean, also the bar is open this year.
the upstairs bar.
The upstairs
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
See, you know what I think it was? Did somebody fall down the stairs last year, or was that 2 years ago? I can't remember.
I mean, I'm sure it's happened every year, but
That's true.
I know.
That's
I was
true.
like, I'm pretty sure someone falls all the time.
I think they just got tired of us complaining about waiting for the elevator and decided to open the bar so we'd have something to do.
Oh, Innkeeper and Oz thought you were at the hotel now. They got excited.
I am not at the hotel right now. This is not live from the Crown Plaza Ravinia.
Not yet.
Oh God, that's funny. So yeah, so and then I think I read in the very beautifully written email from the media director that there's going to be a sign up for the thing, like to sign up for like time slots or whatever, like a whiteboard.
Yes, yeah.
For the live streaming area. I know we went off on a tangent there. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just to help us keep track of what's going on there.
Okay, cool.
Make sure that everybody's got time to do it.
All right. And then Alina, who are you?
Who am I? Existential question.
Existential question.
I'm another of the managers for the social media team. So basically what Jamie and Joe do, I also do. And I had this whole thing that I was going to say, and then I forgot because we went off on a tangent. So that's
You want us
great.
to come back? We can come back.
No, it's fine.
Bring it up later,
was-
just like out of the blue randomly.
I know. I'll be like, oh yeah, guys.
By the way,
I did want to add on to what Ebony was talking about safety. We do have a bunch of information on our FAQ, but this year I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. Do you have a link? Is that what you were gonna?
Yes, I will share the link to the FAQ right now in the chat. You are welcome.
You know, some people are going to be masked and some people aren't. We're not requiring vaccinations. We're encouraging them, but they're not required. And then, yeah.
I'm not, just small tangent here. Sorry. I went to my pharmacy and was like, what other vaccinations do you have? Like, can I get anything else? Like, I'm dead ass, like 100%. That is what I did.
Did they give you the rabies shot?
Open, right? You're going to go to your vaccination bar and just get around, right?
When I go to the vet to get it for my cats, they also give it to me there too. So
good. Yeah.
I mean,
No, so I wanted to make sure and mention that we have all of those out there so that if, you know, I'm probably going to be wearing a mask for a lot of the weekend, so you may not recognize me, but
it's going to be hard not to recognize you. Look at that hair.
I have hair?
They definitely won't recognize me with my crown. I am totally
Also, when you say wearing a mask
across the mouth, not the eyes.
Do you mean one of these?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Yes.
Got it. So the Bella mask.
Yeah. So just look for the horse, and that's probably me, and probably Kitty. You know,
the pony's right.
Where there is one, we both are usually.
It's fantastic.
Well, I was going to say one thing that I absolutely love about JordanCon, like Alina's talking about, like saying she'll probably be masked. I know there will be people that aren't. And one thing I've learned is just how much people respect each other's space, each other's boundaries. For me, if I'm not wearing a mask over my face, I'll have one with me, because if I find somebody I'm talking to and they are masked, then I will put mine on, you know, just to be respectful towards them, or go, hey, I'm kind of got to get in your space here. So of course I'll mask up if you prefer. But it's that way with, you know, anybody that's on our socials, and especially like the Facebook group and membership there, when we talk about, you know, I love hugs, bring them on, you know, or I am very excited to see you, but no touching, right?
Yes.
And it's so respectful and yet still intimate.
Yes, I asked for consent, either hugs or fist bumps. You let me know what we're doing. That's.
Oh, Ebony, here you go.
Oh, you were. It was
Aww.
It's true though. Like honestly, and right along with what you were saying, Jamie. Like I've been to a lot of conventions now. I feel like I can say, other than JordanCon too. Like I've been to a lot of area Atlanta conventions, and I've worked at a couple, and like both. I don't want to say JordanCon small because it's not, but it's not like, you know, obviously like Comic-Con where it's like 80,000 people.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Amen.
I wouldn't go either. I don't go to Dragon. I don't go to DragonCon anymore for that reason, because screw that noise. There's way too many people.
Too many people.
I'm too old. That's what it is. Like I'm too old. Like I don't want to do that no more. Like I used to go to I went to DragonCon and just be drunk the whole weekend, and now it's like, oh, I gotta go to bed. It's 9:30. What the hell's going on? But the Wheel of Time community in general, not to say that there aren't, you know, book cloaks, but are just a good group of people, and it really does feel like a home away from home. I mean, like
it is.
My wedding party was made up of more people that I met through either Tarvalon.net or JordanCon. That's just the truth of it. Like the people in both sides of the wedding party.
So I did want to say, I will be bringing disposable masks with me. So if you get there and you're like, I need a mask, let me know. I'm actually going to have them right at the new member services table in my little wagon, in case you decide you want one, in case you get there and go like, this is more people than I thought. You want a mask, I will have masks.
Yeah, you never know what your comfort level is going to be until you're there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why you always bring it.
Yes, so I just carry one in my purse. Now I'm like, this is just a thing. I've got them in the glove. Oh, I've got them in the glove box in the car. It's like I've got kid size for Avi and adult size for us, and I'm like, you don't know where we're going.
Yeah.
Just be prepared.
So
Go ahead,
Always
Jamie.
be prepared.
I was just going to interject and say,
Yeah,
Lee
yeah.
Science, same. We
Yes.
have actually been having that talk about all of us, you know, we moonlight as professionals during the day. This is our real job. But we do moonlight during the day, and I'm not getting a damn thing done during the day, guys, this week. It started last week. I am so like laser focused on getting to my fun, happy place.
Absolutely.
The,
Dusty,
okay. No, that's what you do it. I was about to say the same thing.
No, I was just gonna say second question.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was. And then Aaron kind of beat us to it, but I don't know if Matt, he said he might check back. He'll watch later for the responses.
Okay.
If he, just in case he's not there, so I'll read it. I'm going to read it back for everybody.
Yeah.
So the second question was: is there any other rooms that are going to be available to do meetups that can be reserved? So now I know in the past you were able to do that, and I think Aaron also replied. Yes, Aaron replied here. So you actually can. So if you go to the schedule and you look at the meetups, so I'm sorry, DeKalb, or no, DeKalb. It's not DeKalb. Sorry, I'm from the Northeast. I pronounce all the letters in the word.
Well, I was going to say you forgot where the hotel was.
Yeah, it's true. So the DeKalb room is like a small. It's not like a panel. It's not set up like a panel room. It's
no.
It has like tables.
Yeah, it's where we're having a new member meetup. It is a smallish room, about 3 tables that seat about 6 people. And actually, I take it back, 4. I think there's like 4 tables that are usually in there, but that is the meetup room.
Yes. So if you have like a group, like I know, for instance, shameless plug here, but I'm going to throw a group up here. The Ashaman of the Black Tower here. So that's so there's the official Black Tower group, and like they often will participate in our little skits that we do at JordanCon and all that stuff. They often will book one of the rooms, usually the DeKalb room, or I think last year or a couple years ago we also were doing the outdoor patio as an option, but I don't know if that's an option this year.
My apologies
for their ceremonies.
To any newer inductees into the Ashaman. That photo was from 2021, so I just wanted to say if there were current Ashaman, I apologize for
Oh, I'm sure there's. I mean, there's more than that in the Ashaman group, like then too. This was just who they gathered for the picture at the moment.
Right.
But
okay.
But yeah, no, there's they're a great bunch of people. Some of my really good friends that I've known for years, and new people every year that I meet, and it's just it's a lot of fun. I am also an Ashaman in the group, but I don't have a great costume like they do. But yeah, so if you do want to book that room, I believe you can email programming at jordancon.org and see if they have any availability still. I'm not sure if they still do. Odds are they might not, but you never know. Maybe someone cancels or something like that. So if you have a group that you want to do a meeting with, you could see if they have any open spots for that. So what else do we have here? Let's talk about one of my favorite rooms at the con, and that would be
Con Suite.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So here's a picture of some of the snacks that could be available. Like this is from a past year, obviously. We didn't go into the future and take these pictures. But they have a lot of food. So this is just like in the morning and throughout the day, they'll have snacks that you can run up and grab. Yeah. They'll often have gluten-free options and vegetarian options and stuff like that, which will all be listed, and the social media team will get out to everybody promptly when it's available. And then they do 2 meals, lunch and dinner, right?
Depends on the day.
On the day.
Okay. Yeah, so on Friday it's just dinner. On Saturday it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then on Sunday it's breakfast and lunch. But there are grab and go hours, which is what Tom was saying, which is where you can just run in and there's usually little snacks for you to grab, but it's not like full meals. Okay. And the times are all up in the schedule on the website as well.
Okay.
And also, I do know that Jen Austen, our I can't remember the title now. Mistress of
Oh,
Kitchens would
yeah.
love to have
She has a spoon.
volunteers.
She has a big
She does
spoon that
have a
she waves
spoon.
around as a cudgel.
She
Yeah.
does. But she would love to have volunteers, especially if you are coming in on Thursday. I know she needs volunteers because that's when they do the actual shopping. Is they do the shopping there on Thursday. So if you're going to come in a little bit early, sign up.
If Erin, just so that I'm not typing like a million words a second here, not really. I can't type that fast accurately. Can you throw a link in the chat for the volunteer signups for people too? So just look for Erin. We'll post a link for volunteer signups in chat for everybody. I didn't prepare that one because I'm terrible.
No, you were just thinking about the things in the con suite. That's all.
That's true.
So,
but yeah, they
And
can
I mean,
always
volunteering in general is a
Huge.
really great way to get involved at the con and meet people, especially if it's your first con. But Con Suite isn't the only one that needs volunteers, but they definitely probably, I mean, she needs more on Thursday, which isn't really advertised as much.
right.
Yeah.
Honestly, so I mean, just so everyone knows, because I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Erin's the best. She posted the thing.
Thanks, Erin.
We're all like I'm volunteering this year as just a regular volunteer. I am not staff. I am not doing staff anymore. But everyone is volunteer. Everyone here volunteers. There are no paid positions at JordanCon. It is 100% a charitable organization. Very, very little money is kept year to year for overhead. Like the overhead is the storage unit that the stuff gets stored in, and like any bills to the hotel that need to get paid, and that's pretty much it. Like we don't pay for appearances for any of the guests. The only thing that anyone gets is like the guest of honor. I think we pay for their flight and their hotel room, and that's pretty much it. Even Brandon Sanderson, when he comes, like if he isn't the guest of honor, which he hasn't been since like I don't even know 2002 or
2013
or 2000. Okay, oh yeah, he did it in 2013. He pays for himself. He has an eternal membership because he's like one of the founding members of JordanCon, and a lot of them have eternal memberships. But they pay for their own rooms, they pay for their own flights, they pay for their own travel, they pay for their own food. Like we don't pay for appearances for anyone pretty much. So everything runs on y'all, like the volunteers, like you guys specifically. I mean, you guys are the volunteer staff. You guys work all year round, especially the social media team.
Yes, social media needs a big shout out because y'all you keep the order, you keep the peace, just like, and you do keep us engaged when we're feeling depressed.
Yeah. That's a great question, Sky. You could email volunteering at jordancon.org with any volunteering questions if you guys have any questions about volunteering. If you are going to the con like properly, like with like a membership, a ticket or whatever, just ask. There'll always be volunteer options. They'll they'll give you like their official like thing that says like you volunteered for 2 hours or whatever it is.
So
well, and with every volunteer slot. Oh.
I think Ebony's frozen, but it's okay. Go ahead, Alina.
It's our fault.
Alina, you go. Oh, there she goes.
Probably my fault. I was just gonna say, with every volunteer slot, you get a raffle ticket, unless it's longer than I think 2.5 or 3 hours, and then you get 2 raffle tickets. And then there's a big volunteer party on Sunday where there's a bunch of donated things that you can win through the raffle, and like really, really cool things. I think this year Leah is donating something glass, so that's really exciting.
Her work is gorgeous.
Speaking of Leah, that's Leah.
Yeah.
And
I heard a rumor
somehow...
it might be one of her dragons.
I don't have a picture of the dragon, but I have a picture of a fairy, which is similar to the dragon. So just imagine this. Close your eyes and imagine this instead of a fairy.
It's a dragon.
A dragon. You can kind of see it in this picture. They're on
there's
the
a dragon in there.
Yeah, they're all over the bottom.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
dragon adjacent.
They're on the top. They're in the middle. They're all over.
Yeah,
they're everywhere. Another incentive.
Is Team Jordan donating? I know Team Jordan always donates to the charity auction, which we'll get to in a minute. But are they donating stuff for the volunteer auction as well this year? They usually do. I think.
Potentially. I don't know if we have a list yet
Okay.
of the donated
that-
items.
That could be a charity question for what is it? Larry Daniels is doing it this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for Larry
Yep, that's Larry.
Yeah. The
Hopper retired.
Yeah, he's
Mm.
No.
the guy with
He got moved up.
right.
Yeah, Hopper
Big
has
guy,
minions
huge-
now.
huge smile and lots of Wheel of Time tattoos. That's your Larry.
Yay.
Yeah.
So well, since we mentioned the thing, and it's almost like, you know, like this was planned, but it totally wasn't. Like we didn't plan any of this, like
Never,
like
ever.
segueing nonsense. It's just it's working out.
I'm at least not clever enough for that.
Yeah, there you go. I have a couple of little tidbits to share, or given to us by the amazing social media team and charity. We have a couple of fun little tidbits to share of things that will be available at the charity auction at JordanCon. So, are you guys? So, my first question before I post them and everyone starts going crazy, are you guys doing any virtual options for the auction, or is it all in person?
Go for it, Alina.
I thought you were going to answer this. Why are you giving it to me?
Well, okay, because I can't. I can't,
Yeah,
I can't remember
right now.
actually. So
Okay.
It's all in person.
It's all in person.
In person.
I think it's all in person. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be at the con to. This is one of the benefits of attending JordanCon. You have to be there to participate in the charity auction. So one of the things that
Ebony to the rescue.
Because I'm the mom.
So you have to be at the con
Correct.
because we don't ship out.
and you need a
but-
badge.
and you need a badge, right? You've got to be at the con. You need your badge. But I believe that once there, the bidding is done through, and you're going to have to help me. Dang it!
Yes.
with
Sorry, I'll help you. Yeah,
That's what I was
it's
looking for.
online. Yeah.
That's online, Yep.
It is online with 32auction.com. So you can actually go and look now at some of the items if you want.
Ooh.
And the bidding is only on Saturday, I believe, from 10 to 6:30. And then you have to pick it up on Sunday. Otherwise, I think it goes to the next person.
So don't miss your
who
chance.
won.
Yes.
Correct.
So don't miss your,
But the important thing about that website is when you get to JordanCon, you're going to have to request access in order to be able to bid on things.
Yes.
So when
So
you
somebody from outside can't just get in.
right,
Yeah.
right, because it is a website that's just out there.
And
So-
to get access, the charity auction is it's in the room off to kind of the right of where the main programming is for where opening ceremonies are on Friday.
Yeah,
and
and
you walk in and say, "I'm doing the thing," and they go, "Oh, you're doing the thing. Here's some information to get you in the thing. Are you in the thing now?" And then everybody is
yes.
hunky
Yeah.
and or dory, and
Yeah,
they
so-
bid on their auction items.
Yeah, but I don't think that just on Saturday it opens up and anybody can bid. You have to get access.
Correct.
Mhm.
Correct.
and it's worth it. It's
You
It
have to be on the list.
You
Yes.
know, and we may end up talking about some really like amazing items that you think, my gosh, what would that go for? But it is all the way down to like cool little stickers and
Yes.
small pieces of artwork. So we've got really something for everybody, and many budgets can handle. I don't want people to be scared off. Well, I'm not even going to
Yeah.
register, or I'm not going to do
No,
the
every-
thing because
Register.
register.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Speaking of the charity auction, I just remembered I saved the link for the charity auction. So if anyone in chat
Good
is
job.
thank you. That's the one of the ones that I saved. If anyone who's in chat is going to JordanCon and has something that they think would be great to donate to the charity auction, just I posted the link to the donation form in chat. Go ahead and fill out that form and bring it with you to con. I will say I'm 85% sure that this isn't a deductible donation. So it's not a deductible donation. So if you're donating something that is like worth a lot of money and then you're expecting to like claim it on your taxes next year, don't, because you can't.
That is correct.
It's not
and
how it
then-
works.
Yeah, this is for a dopamine hit, y'all. You are donating to do a good thing. This is
And Larry
That's what
said
this
that they will accept. So let's say you're debating on something and then you go, you know what, I'm just going to bring it and donate it when I get there. They're accepting donations until Friday evening. I believe it's 7 p.m. But he will take donations all the way up to Friday evening. But if you know now, then yeah, hit up the website and take a pic, give a description, just something to get it in there in the registry. But if you decide kind of last minute you're going to haul something with you, or maybe you can sketch something really cool out after you get there and you're inspired and you go, I want to put this in the auction, they'll take it till Friday at 7 p.m.
So, whatchamacall, just so that Erin can take this away because she's hovering next to me so that I don't break this. This is one of Leia's dragons.
Oh, she's beautiful.
So pretty.
I love the color of this glass too.
It is very, very
It's
pretty.
super gorgeous.
Iridescent.
Yes.
Yeah, Leia is amazing. Leia.
And the
She
dragon
really
is too, Aaron. Say
Oh,
hi.
she's
Aaron.
she waved emphatically.
Mhm.
She's being trailed by two black cats. So so that's the
Shock.
charity stuff. Is there anything else that we need to go over? Sometimes the charity stuff will I want to post some of the pictures. I said I have tidbits.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the things that could be going up for
Ooh.
auction here is this very pretty special edition Eye of the World book. Very lovely.
That's the UK version that just came out.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I see that UK edition in the little.
Mm-hmm.
Missed that. And this is why we have you here. Then we
Yeah.
have.
I was like, I'll help you out there.
There we go. So these were. I know these are probably donated. Yeah. So actually, I remember when he got these. These were donated by Team Jordan several years ago officially by Bandersnatch. That is the name of like the Jordan Corporation,
Mhm.
the Bandersnatch Group. Robert Jordan signed book plates. Now,
Yep.
you in the past, he has Jeff has put in one into the auction per year. I think we had 5. Like this is the picture when we got them. I think there's 4 left. But I'm not 100% sure. So there could be one. There's definitely going to be one, but there could be more in the auction as well.
Mhm. Oh,
So
that
that-
one-
I was
those
gonna say
are
that-
cool.
It's a hot item. Like that is. So I
Absolutely.
will say, if that is something you think you want, that one you do need to look at your budget before you leave home.
That will be I've seen those. Like
Yeah.
I've seen those go for
Yeah.
close to $1,000.
We do not want you in the dealer's hall making life choices.
You know,
Like
And once
maybe
once
don't
they
plan it out before you leave home, enjoy some beverages, and
It's
then
true.
go online.
some
We end
so
up with half the stuff we end up with, guys.
for some of the hot items like that are going to be vehemently contested, they will go to a live auction. So Jeff or Larry, I'm guessing this year, will make the decision to be like, all right, we're going to pull this item from the silent auction and put it off to the side. And when the auction closes at the end of Saturday night, they will have the time when it closes. They'll do the live auction. So sometimes I've seen a couple things go to there. It's usually the Bandersnatch donated items. They usually donate pointy things. On the shelf behind me in front of the Wheel Time books over there, there's a dagger from Robert Jordan's Armory. One year, Alan donated a scythe, and when I say a scythe, I mean like a
full size.
MF Grim Reaper scythe. It was huge, and I want to kill myself for not bidding on it.
Did anybody ask Alan why he had that? Just out of curiosity.
Do you really have to ask?
Does anybody want to ask Alan why he had
I
that?
mean, it's one of those things like I want to know, but I probably don't.
So
We should have it be one of Kitty's like fun fact things that she does for
Oh yeah, for her TikToks. Speaking
for
of
her
Kitty's,
TikToks.
speaking of Kitty's fun facts, I have to play it now.
Wheel of Time. Fun fact.
I just love those. I have a bunch of them. Hold on. Where's my favorite one?
I think Alan could just be his own fun fact.
Okay, here's my favorite.
I think
The more you know.
That's my favorite. Sorry. Sadly, though, I do know this. I spoke with Alan and Amy, I want to say like 2 weeks ago. They are not going to be able to make it this year to JordanCon.
Summer.
We will have to see them hopefully next year. Maybe WatCon. I did ask what they thought about WatCon, and they said that they hadn't made a decision on that yet. So
Now, last
see.
year, I know Alan couldn't make it last year, and I don't know. I truly, this is not a planned segue, but there is JordanCon. I don't know, we call it kind of after dark, right? Where if you're bringing your kiddos, that maybe this is where they go hang out with each other while you check out these panels. But Alan made a video for the Twatcast panel last year, sort of his apology for not being there, and it was hysterical. As is anytime I attend Twatcast, I just sit back with a beverage and laugh for an entire hour. So.
They're so ridiculous.
Alan and Amy, but
maybe
Alan
will give us some content this year. I actually don't know. I'm just kind of hoping for it because last year it was not quite as good as having him there, but it was a wonderful,
nothing beats
apology for not coming.
Yeah. Nothing beats an Alan hug. Nothing really beats an Alan hug, except for maybe an Amy hug. Amy is pretty good too. So for those who don't know who Alan and Amy Romanchik are, Alan was one of so if you know Maria Simmons, that they're basically Robert Jordan's right and left hand, essentially, for when he wrote The Wheel of Time. Maria was more like a research / continuity expert. Alan helped create the Old Tongue, and did a lot of research on battles and stuff like that for Robert Jordan, and some of the cultural stuff that's that Robert Jordan kind of dissected and put together in different forms throughout all of the different cultures throughout the Wheel of Time. So they're really I don't want to say they're just as important as Robert Jordan, but they're integral to the Wheel of Time as we know it. So.
Yes.
Truly,
I'll say it. I think they're just as important as.
I felt a little bad saying that.
No,
it's true.
So here's the thing.
True.
I feel like he would say that they were just as important because it is great to have all those ideas. It is really hard to keep track of everything.
Oh, speaking of Alan and Amy. Oh, and look, it's Kitty and Alina.
Ta-da.
They had to chaperone us, okay?
What a perfect photo, you guys.
And I'm just realizing how many pictures in here I have of Alina and Kitty. So there's one, and there's another one.
Yes.
And there's another one with producer Kathy.
Yep.
Kathy.
And that's
That was
totally
a really fun
not
panel.
Alina and Kitty at all.
Totally not Alina and Kitty.
That's Bella and Bella.
Yeah, exactly. Duh.
So we had another question come through, but actually Matt Stagger jumped to answer it, but I want to answer it too. So Arosa asked, when is the Wattcast recording / question? So the AMA for the Wheel of Time stuff, I believe, and Matt Stagger, I believe, had it right. It is at 4 p.m. on Saturday in the Wheel of Time track.
Yep.
So I'm sure you can guess that you guys will for chat. I'm sure you guys will know that you'll have the information posted, sometime after the panel is over, because everyone's going to be clamoring to find out what that was.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's going to be first for the people who are in the room, and that is the benefit of going to JordanCon. So if you want to see that stuff, go to JordanCon. For any, I'm not saying don't ask any schedule questions, because ask all the questions you want. But for funsies, when you want to and to peruse the schedule, I posted a link directly to the 2023 schedule on the JordanCon website. So just.
And if you haven't downloaded the app for the website for SCED, download it. It is super useful. It's an excellent way to keep track of what panels you want to go to. And yeah, it's really great. It's better than I think. It's a really good app. You should check it out.
It is.
It is really awesome.
Yeah.
And for people who've been before too, or people who know some of our panelists, if you haven't been before, like for instance, I'll go to anything where Sargon Donabed is sitting, or Cecilia Dominic, and you can filter even by panelist. So you can filter by track, and you can filter by panelist, and it's just pretty. It's just
Sargon's my man. I love Sargon.
It's very sleek.
Yeah, I like it.
I love so many of the guests, though. Okay. So there's another perfect segue. I swear to God, we didn't plan this. It's almost like we're professionals and we plan this.
I'm not good enough to plan it, man.
It's so
Totally
weird.
Totally not even remotely close. Oh man, I put on a good show about it. I'm really it really looks like we know what we're doing here, but we're not. What's up, Robbie? So speaking of panelists and panels and all that stuff, let's talk about I did shoot you guys a message during the week and ask to see if any of the track directors wanted to promote any of the panels that they had, and some of them replied and some of them didn't, but here we are. So they are pretty busy this week. It's a little, something's
I
happening.
wonder why.
Yeah, there's like a thing happening this
I'm gonna
week that
tell
they
you
might
what,
be.
procrastination. That's why.
That's true. I mean, I used to too. Don't get me wrong.
That's why when we get off this call, I got stuff to go print.
I used to send
Go
out.
ahead and
Get things done, guys.
I used to send out like I don't even know 1,000 emails like in the last week coming up to JordanCon, and I can tell you how many sat in my drafts until like the last minute that I needed. So one of the ones that we have here is from Seth Lockhart. So Seth is the new. This is his first incoming year. So go give him all the props if you like his stuff. He is the incoming fantasy track director. So now a lot of people did say this is going to be their first JordanCon. So something I do want to reiterate is that JordanCon, while it is themed for the Wheel of Time and obviously named after Robert Jordan, it is not just a Wheel of Time convention. It is a fantasy and science fiction literature convention, of which there's 8 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Technically 9, I think, with the gaming track. Right?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 4 rooms.
sounds right.
So there are several tracks.
Sounds correct.
One of which is gaming. So my man Ryan is running that. That will be down in like the
Labrada.
Labrada, which is like the restaurant-ish area of it, and basically just open board game. They have several events there as well. They're going to be running. I know one of the guests, Bill Bridges, is going to be running. He is one of the authors for the Fading Suns universe, which is a great RPG, tabletop RPG setting. It's very, if you liked Dune / Star Wars / Firefly, I would say it's very that. That's pretty much what it is. It's a lot of fun, but it's much older than Firefly. Not Dune though, because it's actually themed very heavily influenced by Dune. Great. It's a great setting. It is science fiction. He's going to be running a game. They're going to do a live D&D game. Aileron Kong, which is, I love his books. He does lit RPG, which is like, for anime fans, it's like Sword Art Online. The reader gets sucked into the game or the whatever. They made a tabletop for that. He's going to be running one of those. So go check out the gaming room. But before I got off on the gaming tangent, Seth Lockhart is running the fantasy track, which is one of the other tracks. And he's going to be doing, he gave us 3 panels to talk about. So 4 p.m. on Friday, it's Let's Write Fantasy, which is an interactive panel where the audience is going to use writing prompts with the panelists to tell a story. That sounds like a ton of fun.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So I've participated in a panel like this before, and I'm pretty sure it's the same one. I just don't remember the name of it, where it's basically the audience will shout out prompts, and then they'll go down the line on the panelists and like tell a story using those prompts, and they're all authors, so it's fantastic. Then there's the Fungus Among Us, which is at 8:30 on Saturday. And that is a Last of Us panel of talking about both HBO's adaptation and the video game. And I am on that panel. As well as, I'm very excited. So as well as Ellie Rain and a couple other people, which I will mention everyone who's in the panels in a second. And then another one that I'm looking forward to, but I think I might have to attend a different panel at the time of this one, which is the Legend of Zelda panel. And I like The Legend of Zelda, but one of the reasons I was looking forward to this one is because Sarah J. Sover, also a great author, Fairy God Murder, which is an urban fantasy where like the fairy godmother is investigating the person trying to find the person who murdered their princess. It's fantastic.
You mentioned that you might need to go to another panel, and I just wanted to say I saw a comment on the JordanCon group when the team and I believe Ebony as well. Ebony, this might have been your post actually.
It might have been.
Hey, tell the new kids.
That was my post.
Everybody give some advice, and one of them that I saw was, and I wish I could remember it. It's a name I recognize, and I feel bad I don't remember right now. But it was, look, you're not going to be able to make it to every panel. You're not going to make it to everything you want to do.
I think it was Hopper.
Was it Hopper?
Yeah.
I think it was Hopper. I think it was Hopper that said it.
And that was such sound advice, because my first JordanCon, I was looking at my my grid and go, but I want to,
Yeah.
and then I would kind of like sort of go to one for a few minutes and then try and run over to another one, which I mean, that's fine. Do that. Some of them
That's why you have to keep coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a good problem to have.
Honestly, I've given up on making a schedule altogether. I just go with the flow on there.
Exactly.
You go with the flow, and as Hopper said, you enjoy what you got to go to. Don't lament or regret the others, and maybe with all the friends that you make at JordanCon, you'll get to hear about some of those other panels and how they went. So sorry, Tom.
Yes.
I wanted to interject.
No, interject, because I go off like on a rant and I like go in the zone. So just interject.
But that was good advice, Jamie. And also the last thing you said, absolutely talk to people, because maybe somebody did go to the panel that you missed. Or better yet, buddy up and like, you go to this one and I'll go to that one. And then we'll meet and talk about
stories.
Talk all about it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Actually, also another bit of information for us broadcasters, streamers, content creators. If you are on a panel and you get the permission of everybody that is on the panel with you, and you just alert the audience in the room, we're allowed to record them. So, keep an eye out for people, including JordanCon, posting either pre-recorded or recorded at the convention, or even some live streams for stuff at the convention. So like, for instance, Matt Stagger's calling out my Felt Brothers panel, which is Watchinary. So we're going to be doing a live Watchinary, which is at like 10 o'clock or 10:30 Saturday night.
After dark.
I went to that one last year. It was so good. You don't want to miss Watchinary live.
But
We will be-
But if you do miss it, it's recorded.
It will be recorded. It will be on. I'm sure JordanCon will have it, and it'll be on the Way of the Leaf YouTube. So you'll be able to find it. Though I will say people will be properly lubricated at that channel, so just be prepared. I mean, on
Beware.
that on the panel, yeah.
Like,
JordanCon after
wait,
dark.
so we can post that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Jamie's getting all kinds of info here.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm learning so much.
So I want to give a shout out to some of the people that are going to be on the panels on the fantasy track that I mentioned. I know I already talked about Sarah and Ellie, and we talked about Sargon. He's not on those fantasy panels, but he's amazing. But Vincent Thorne, who is another author. A lot of our authors, actually, which is great. I love this. Are smaller press, I think is the technical term. I don't know. They're not like Tor published or whatever, or Bean Publishing or Orbit Books. There's a lot of them are self-published authors. There's Falstaff Books, which is, I would say, a pretty big press now, but that's just because I love John.
They're well known in the community, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'd say they're bigger now. Yeah.
Yeah, and within the community as well. But Vincent Thorne is a great example of a smaller press author. He's a great author. There'll be an author's alley, which will just be a bunch of tables, impossible to miss, with authors sitting at them in books. So you'll be able to talk to them there.
And you want to go through author's alley a few times, because you never know who's going to be there. Somebody may be there one time and not there the next.
Yeah,
or vice versa.
because they're on a panel. So like the way that I set up the author's alley, whatever it was, 5 years ago or whatever, when we first did it, was like, it's basically open all the time because it's in the lobby. So like as long as an author wants to sit at the table, they could be there. And the hours are when the con starts to when the con ends, when JordanCon no longer uses the space. So if you see the table is empty, no one is there. If there's a sheet across the table, no one's there right now. But maybe they're on a panel, maybe they're they left the hotel to eat some food or something. But
probably
check
at
back.
the con suite, honestly.
Yeah.
Or at the bar for BarCon. So.
Okay. So for first timers, when you come there, the author's alley is behind the registration desk. When you come in, there'll be tables where registration, then behind us, there are tables that's the author's alley, and that is the main con space.
Yes, so like the I think it's called the pre-function area.
Yeah, I mean
I don't know
It's
why
a very, very formal term.
When I went like that, my cat looked at me like I was an asshole.
So the implication that we are functioning in that area, I think, is a great one. Like that
No,
is
the
bold
implication is that
to
we're not
say.
functioning.
Yeah.
Bold
I was gonna call it my when I'm too warm in the dance room and I go cool off room
Cool off
area.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the
Area.
room.
Oh wait, I think I have pictures of that happening somewhere.
Yes.
There's one of the shenanigans that we got up to and dancing.
Yeah.
There's
Definitely
the dance
not me.
floor packed. Yeah, we got a lot of pictures. Oh man, there's I haven't been sharing all of them, but I'm peppering them in there as we go.
Yeah.
The fun fact. Oh man, I gotta play. No, I'm not gonna do it. All right.
No.
So the hot dogs. I needed to know how to say hot dog in Old Tongue, so I emailed Alan and was like, "How do you say hot dog in Old Tongue?" And he's like, "I don't." He said something along the lines of like, "I don't want you to tell me why because what I'm imagining is so much better. You want to know this, like."
Yeah.
But he said they wouldn't say hot dog because it's not a thing. But sausage is kind of close. So sausage is kovash. It's Kovacs. Kovash sausage.
Sounds right.
Kovash.
Tom, we have somebody in chat all the way from France.
I saw Stephanie.
Yes.
Yes, I understand carbon footprint for a plane travel is tough to do for like just a little old fantasy convention. But.
This is what you do, Stephanie. You plan a month-long trip.
Yeah.
Where you're going to
I was just
travel
going to suggest that.
the East Coast. Like there's all kinds of historical.
You can go to Disney in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Atlanta. I live in Northern Virginia. Come to DC, visit all the Smithsonian. Just go up and down, and there you go.
Speaking of carbon footprints for travel and rolling that into other things, that gives me a chance to play a video that I grabbed from the JordanCon YouTube. It is the opening ceremonies from 2017, and you'll notice why I picked this one specifically. But the Toastmaster of the year. So every year we have the guests of honor, but we also have a Toastmaster, and the Toastmaster is usually like a fan guest of honor kind of thing. Like that's the idea behind it. Matt Hatch has been it. Jason Denzel has done it as well as guest of honor. The year Paul, yes, Paul Bialchik. He is an artist, and that is his totally not a Perrin picture over here. But this year it was Linda Taglieri who comes every year, all the way from Australia. People will notice her stuff. She does the 13th Repository is her website. Depository. Sorry. My brain was like, oh man, what's the thing, the pill that you take in your butt?
Say
suppository. That's what my brain was shouting. Suppository. That's exactly what my brain was shouting. It's like, don't say suppository. And now I'm saying it over and over.
I don't know, but my brain went there too, Tom. I don't.
Anyway, so speaking of that, she comes every year, and her and her husband often make it like a full trip, and they travel the U.S. and they do all this sort of stuff. So she is the person that we're going to see in this beginning video. And then Jen Liang, who is the chair of JordanCon, her and her husband Jimmy used to run the Wheel of Time track at DragonCon, and when they cut the Wheel of Time track at DragonCon, that's when JordanCon was born. So every year we do opening ceremonies, and the Toastmaster has a little skit they do. So I'm going to show you the beginning of this skit. It's a 2-minute video, but it's fun, and you'll see why. Here we go.
Okay, welcome everyone to JordanCon 2016. And we've got a great year for you. This is our 8th year celebrating the late Robert Jordan, his amazing book series, our community, and so much more. As you know, JordanCon.
I really thought we were done doing this last year. Linda?
What are you doing?
Linda, it's 2017 now. Your turn is done.
In America, yeah.
So we go by America rules when we're in America.
You asked me to Toastmaster, and I'm here, Toastmaster.
You did that last year, honey. Yeah, it's someone else's turn. Yeah. So, Amanda. You're up.
Oh.
Snapchats and Pinterest boards full of cosplay ideas. I think I'm gonna like it here. And who are you?
I'm here to tell you, I run the filming depository.
Yeah. Where's my microphone? Thank you, Linda, for your service. My toys will see that you are taken care of.
So, what about carrying you out?
They will. Right there's your ride.
I saw some foreshadowing, and I am wearing the appropriate symbols.
You are. I appreciate your dedication. Linda Taglieri, everyone. And now, you're all mine.
Ooh, those strapping toys of Grundles there. But yeah, so we do a skit every year usually, and the part of the skit is the Toastmaster from the prior year getting kind of pulled away from the thing. So the Toastmaster of that year was Amanda. Yes, it is tradition. That was Amanda McTaggart. She's amazing. She was obviously playing Grundle. And the other man there was my big spoon, Chris Lipnickus. He's this year he does HR, but I think he's moving to a different position next year, but we'll see. He is the manager of the HR department, I believe, and Jenna Sellers is the director of the HR department, or the officer, whatever it is.
Officer and deputy, I think is what it is currently.
Yeah. So yes, that was when I had a baby beard. That was after I had neck surgery, but yeah, that was fun. Oh, Black Tower's here. What up, Black Tower? That's, I don't know which one it is. It's one of them. Josh, Andrew, Dan, but they're
I just
all,
assume it's all of them. Like, just like when it's Twatcast, I assume it's all of them.
it's true story. I'll be tasting their taint this year, so it's fine. But yeah, so the opening ceremonies is a ton of fun, and it's great to. I love seeing what they come up with this year. So I'm excited to see what Dina is doing this year. Dina
Yes,
Whitley.
I am very excited to see.
Yes. So Dina used to be the workshop director, right?
Well, yes.
It was called Workshop then. Now it's called Makers Track. Yes, because it was confusing to some of our writers people that were thinking it was possibly a writer's workshop. So yeah, so Makers Track does kind of sound better. So the Makers Track, you'll find things like Leia Powell's stained glass class, and I think we did pewter casting one year. It's crazy.
So I do want to say, for the workshops, some of them you have to register for. It's limited seating. So to register for them, there will be a pen and paper sign up. I know, crazy. A pen and paper sign up that will be behind the registration desk. They will put it out the morning that the workshop is, and it is first come, first serve. If there's a workshop fee, you will need to pay that directly to the person running the workshop. Like, JordanCon will not take payment for that. Usually those people want cash. Not those people in any negative way. The people running the workshop. Usually take cash, but I mean, that's been in the past. Everybody's got Venmo or Zelle or something now. So I am not 100% sure if there's a workshop you are interested in. I don't know if it would be worth emailing to find out, or just bring cash and bring your card. Daryl's Hall is cashless though. And the charity auction is cashless, correct?
Yeah. And art show is cashless as well.
And the art show is cashless.
Yeah.
So bring plastic, but always have a little bit of folded money on you.
Yeah.
Just
I have to specifically make a trip to the bank for that.
Yeah, that's my
Con Mom. Yes, listen to Con Mom. Yeah.
A little bit of folded money.
money.
So just so everyone knows, understands why. Often, like for instance, the stained glass class, you know, the teachers will supply all of the material for that class, so you don't have to bring anything with you. But like, you know, glass and soldering metal and the copper stuff. So like all that would be there for you if for the class. So you know, you're basically paying for the materials. Which
well,
then you get
I think we should call out a different class actually. So we should call out something like Crochet the Kraken, because she's going to bring a bunch of yarn and crochet hooks. Whereas the stained glass class has a pre-registration that has
Right.
already happened and
Yes.
unfortunately is full and you cannot attend that.
See?
Yes.
This is why we
Thank
have
you,
you guys
Alina.
here.
I so in my mind I thought that, but all that came out was make sure you sign up because I know that was a bit.
No, I got you.
Thank you because I know
That's,
people.
that's another.
That's
reason
exactly.
another reason to hop on. I know we all love our socials, and some people have their preferred platforms. But if I remember correctly, Leah posted that in the JordanCon Facebook
She
group.
did.
So
Yeah.
if you're not a member there, maybe that's a little bit incentive to come join us in the Facebook group. There's the Facebook page where a lot of our information is disseminated to everybody, but then there's the group, right? The more kind of intimate, interactive, where members post all the time. And Leia's information for that pre-registration was posted in there. She gives you like a week's notice, says, "Hey, this is the day I'm gonna open this up," and then people jump in.
And like 5 minutes, it's full.
Yeah.
Right,
And
exactly.
I posted the group
kind of
in chat
amazing
also.
there is. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
You should post the regular page as well because the group one is currently locked.
Oh, okay. Yes, I will post directly to the page as well. Whatchamacall. So we talked about fantasy, we talked about the makers track, we talked about gaming. One of the other ones we have on here is the science fiction track. So that's Sean Hillman, who is also an upcoming author himself. You should check out his stuff when he starts to put it out. He is just I don't know how to describe how much he knows about science fiction, but it's a lot. It's a lot. He is just a plethora of knowledge on all things science fiction. But some of the panels that he sent us were Friday 5:30, science versus fantasy, the great debate. Are science fiction and fantasy a spectrum or two distinct different worlds?
That's one of my favorite descriptions out of like all of our panels. That one really spoke to me, and now I really want to go to that panel.
I definitely want to check that one out too. So the next one is Saturday at 2:30. Changing face of queerness in science fiction. So that's a great panel, and I believe there's also a similar panel in the Wheel of Time track. Queer characters were once invisible in science fiction and fantasy and really just all media in general. And that's changing for the better now, and that's great. It still has a lot of room for improvement, but it is getting better.
You gotta start somewhere.
It's true. True story. True story.
The conversations are being had, finally.
And then the third one is Sunday at 2:30. He likes 2:30 for some reason. So I'm going to just look at all the 2:30 panels now for science fiction. It's the Doctor Who's Next. So it's a post-mortem on the 13th Doctor. So that's fun too. So a lot of the same names there. Sarah Sover, but also Sarah Madsen, Mark McCrae, who is a fantastic human. He used to work for all of us millennials on the Adult Swim. So if you watched Adult Swim at all on Cartoon Network,
I love the Adult Swim, but I have to say the Adult Swim because I'm a Gen Xer, so I've got to put the in front of everything.
There you go. The Facebook. He worked on Adult Swim. He's if you watched anything like Saturday on Adult Swim, you watched he was responsible for a lot of that. He wasn't like an animator. He was he worked in the administration side of Cartoon Network. Actually, if you go to the JordanCon YouTube, which I also linked in chat, we did a bunch of interviews with them last year, Alina and I, and Mark McCrae was one of the interviews we did, and he talked a lot about that.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Mark McCrae will drop some knowledge.
Oh, man. Sure. When you get him, and speaking of him, so one of the other people is Gerald Coleman, that's going to be on some of those panels, and Milton Davis. When the three of them are together on talking, you just shut up and listen, because first of all, they're hilarious.
They are.
Milton and Gerald going at each other. Fantastic. Yes. Which reminds me, if you are giving ribbons away, give no ribbons to Milton Davis and all the ribbons to Gerald Coleman. Sorry, Milton, but
I think I can mix her up.
Yeah,
Gerald bribed me with drinks. Sorry.
So here the key is
okay. So then we can go ahead and
right.
We can say the reverse.
Yeah.
There you go.
The key to that is give to both of them and then they'll get real confused.
Yeah, that's true.
When they're
And tell
looking.
both of them that you're not that. Don't worry, this one. Yeah.
Yes. so
Don't
that-
worry, we didn't give this to the other guy.
And then we all have a good time. So
I got to say hello to the Blue Aja Beetle here because they have my girl Maureen there, and I am Team Maureen forever. So just had to put that out there.
I'm totally going back into the past really quick from
Okay.
earlier in this chat because
Yeah.
I was just poking around the schedule.
Yeah.
And I wanted to mention that the Tiara meetup is actually on the schedule.
Yay!
yes,
Yeah,
When is it?
it should be Friday.
Yeah,
It's on
definitely-
Friday.
It's usually Friday, like early.
it's
Is it-
kind of like. Oh, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Do you know?
Now
when
I
it
don't
is?
want to.
I was gonna say in the past they tried to do it like right after opening ceremonies before people run off to panels.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just look up Tiara on the schedule and it should pop up in there. I think.
It should.
So you want to simply walk into Mordor? Just no, that's not it. That's what happens when I put the tiara in. That sounds like a fun panel too. Now I'm going to talk about that one.
Oh, wow.
So
That sounds awesome.
yeah, it says so you want to simply walk into Mordor. Tiaras aren't your thing. Well, then join the Shyamalan, which is Paul, Paul Bialchik, in making the silliest cosplay item you've ever made in your life.
Oh, they added
Oh,
it.
right.
Oh.
Yay, they added it.
A
Okay.
pair
Yeah,
of
they did add it.
a pair of Groucho Morks disguise glasses, which is so for those who don't know who Paul is, he and his brother
Rand.
Michael, he's Rand Althor. So let's get his picture here. I mean,
landing all over the place, guys.
really, if you've seen any pictures of Jordan from JordanCon, you've seen pictures of Paul.
So I will
Yeah.
say Paul is one of the first pictures I saw online of Rand cosplay.
If you Googled Rand
Mhm.
Althor for a number of years, the very
Paul
first
popped up.
image was Paul like this with the
Yeah.
tattoos. Yeah.
Yep, that was my first Paul sighting. So
Yeah. I mean, he's been dethroned by Yosha, but that's fine.
I mean, he's dark Rand now.
That's true.
anyway.
Yes, he is evil Rand. We did that was the year he was Toastmaster. Everyone was evil
Darkest
versions.
timeline,
Yeah.
and
The
then
darkest
COVID happened.
timeline.
And
I
then
was
COVID happened.
evil Perrin. That's
Perrin,
what that
you
costume
were.
is.
You were.
Speaking of, I have a shameless plug for my. It's not really a plug, but I mean, there's the picture. But there's you guys sent me this picture, so it's not really.
I did.
It's Dan DeSantis
I was
painting
trying
me,
to plug the charity art jam. Jeez.
which we will do now. So that is Dan DeSantos. If you've seen any of Brandon Sanderson's cover art ever, you've seen Dan DeSantos art because he's amazing and he does most of Brandon Sanderson's cover art. He is also a lovely human being. I was actually on a panel and he texted me when I was guest services. He was the artist guest of honor. He texted me, "Hey, I'm doing the charity art jam, so here's my opportunity to tell you what that is." It is a live painting, drawing, etc. Like different, they do different mediums depending on the artists. Creation of art, essentially. So you can, the room is kind of open, so you can kind of go in and check it out as they're creating stuff. But that is literally an image of Dan DeSantos when he was painting it during the charity art jam. You can kind of see Ariel behind him also doing a painting.
Mhm. Yep.
And off to the left, just behind his butt, is Paul. Then they take those images and they go into the charity auction and they get auctioned live, which is how I got that. I bid
Now,
on
is
it
there
and won.
usually a theme to what they're
Yes.
supposed to be drawing? Okay.
Yes. So that
That's
year
amazing.
it was fantasy characters, unique fantasy characters. So he texted me, "Hey, I loved your costume and I have some good pictures of it. I want to do it for the charity art jam. Is it okay if I paint you?" And I was like, "Yes."
Draw me like one of your French girls.
That is literally what I said. I got up and ran off the panel that I was sitting on, shouting, "Dan DeSantos wants to paint me like one of his French girls." And I ran out of the room. That is actually what happened.
Give out the punchline. I'm sorry.
So
No, it's fine. No, you're great. That is what happened.
that is a
Oh my
great
God,
example
Tom, I love it.
of the shenanigans that will take place this weekend.
Oh yeah.
That
Speaking of shenanigans, where's that other picture of the shenanigans? It's near.
It'll have Alina in it.
There
so
it is.
You can do that.
Yes.
So this kind of became
in the next year.
yes. I don't. Oh, that was the. I have it somewhere. I'll see if I can find it while we're talking. I'll give you guys something to talk about, then I'll fuck off and go find the picture. But this kind of became a theme where we just recreate famous art images. So this was obviously the Last Supper. I'm Jesus, by the way. But in this picture, we have Wilson Grooms, who sadly is no longer with us. That is Robert Jordan's brother from another mother, essentially. It's his first cousin. Wonderful man. He passed recently of throat cancer. So let's just take a moment to say fuck cancer. And we'll go on from there. Then we have Chuck Gannon, who was the guest of honor that year, who is, I believe, Joseph. He's just next to Mary Magdalene, who is Shannon Lieb, the officer of communications.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then we have Wilson's daughter, who's in the blue Wonder Woman shirt off to the left there. And there's Amanda McTaggart in the flannel shirt, and Chris Licknickus, my big spoon. There's a lot of people in this image. There's a lot of fun pictures. If you find me during con, I'll have on my phone some other images from that night that I will not put on the internet. They're nothing lewd. It's safe for work, but I just don't want to put it on the internet.
I am sure some of those people in that picture out here trying to have careers as real adults do not put those pictures online.
True story. But yeah, so we get up to shenanigans. So that year we did the Last Supper, then we did Washington crosses the Delaware.
Yes,
that one was great.
That one was fun. Yeah. So yeah, we get up to some fun shenanigans, and usually it's just like us running through the lobby, grabbing whoever we see at the time to pull into the picture.
It's usually very late at night.
Yeah. Usually Saturday.
It's usually very late at night. Yes.
So late at night, it's probably really.
We are
early
possibly quite inebriated.
I was going to say, it's when all those people giving advice say you're supposed to go to sleep and hydrate, and
which is
and you guys are like, no, we're doing Washington crosses the Delaware, damn it.
Yeah.
Which is great advice that I'm not going to follow.
It's true.
Exactly. It's wonderful advice. Good luck.
So if you basically see someone in a very weird cosplay, it might be a good idea, like walking with a purpose. It may be a good idea to follow them. Ask first, obviously. But
yeah, ask first.
Because Jen that year was dressed as George Washington. She was.
It was her, because Hamilton, right? No,
correct.
She was just as Hamilton. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But that reminds
the general.
me. She was, she is the general. That reminds me of my favorite rule at JordanCon, which is the 3-2-1 rule.
Yeah.
Who wants to take it? What is it?
Go for it, Tom.
1 shower every day, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3.
No less than
3 hours.
3 meals a day. Oh, I thought it was no less than 6 hours of sleep. But
no
less than 2 meals.
Yeah, Jen tweaked it though, Tom. She did.
Oh, okay.
She did make it 6.
Yeah, I was like,
so it's 6-2.
Jen made it 6.
Yeah, I don't know if Jen was getting complaints or just Jen's getting older. She's like, I need 6 hours. I need all y'all to go to sleep for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't want to promote people only sleeping 3 hours a day, but sometimes people only sleep for like no hours a day at JordanCon.
Yeah, no less than 1 shower a day, no less than 2 meals a day, and no less than 6 hours of sleep a night.
So here's the important one. Please shower.
Yes, please shower. That is the important one.
Please wear deodorant.
Also,
please wear deodorant.
Eat, because we don't want people to pass out and then we have to take responsibility for you. We don't want.
There's free food and water. Please eat and hydrate.
Correct.
In general, pace yourself.
It's free. It is included in your ticket. You get all food and water all weekend.
Yeah.
At the con suite, as long as it's open.
2nd floor, room 201. You do need a hotel key to get up there. If you go to registration, they will have a key. But we are really friendly. More than likely, if you see somebody with a badge that's hidden that way, they will swipe you in. Come find me. Like all the staff people have orange lanyards. Come find one of us.
Yeah.
We are not gonna let y'all.
Yeah, always. Yeah, if you have any questions, always look for somebody with an orange lanyard.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And not to be a downer, but sometimes shit happens and you need to like find someone who's in charge. If you see an orange lanyard, it's safe to go to them and ask for somebody and they will find the appropriate people. So don't be afraid.
Help with anything.
We will get you
at all.
any help you need.
Yes.
I mean,
And
we're all at the ready, and if we don't have the answer, we know who will have the answer. We're all at the ready, we promise.
Jenna, our operations officer / director of HR, was very good at training everybody on what to do, and most of it involves getting Jenna. So
yes, I mean, pretty much that's basically it.
Yes.
It's like
and just to put everyone's minds at ease, Jenna, in her day job, is the head of HR for a major defense contractor for the U.S. government. So she knows what she's doing. So you can you could trust that the any kind of nonsense that comes up that you need to that needs to be reported will be handled correctly. So don't be afraid to do that if something does happen. I've heard. I only say that because I always try to correct people when I hear them say like, "Oh, JordanCon is perfect and nothing bad ever happens," it's like, because then I hear people say like, "Oh, something bad happened, but I was afraid to report it because I didn't want to be the one You won't be the one person, I promise.
You absolutely will not. You will not. So here's the thing.
That
JordanCon
happens.
is very good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just going to say, JordanCon is very good at not putting everybody's business out there. That's what JordanCon is good at. Like it's not that it doesn't happen. It's just that wasn't any of your business. So
it's also rare. Like we don't want to make it seem like that's what happens all the time. But like
but when you have hundreds of people in a small area, things are bound to you know, either be misconstrued or construed correctly, and it's not good.
Right. So
it's a gathering of humans and humans having a
all walks of life.
Some humans outside their comfort zone, and all we want to make sure that everyone knows is we've got all the proper protocols in place. Should anything happen, and as Alina said, it's rare, but
it is very rare.
Everybody is trained up on that for those times. So everybody sitting here is correct.
Yep.
I mean, just as a perfect example of the kind of trash you'll see at JordanCon.
Yeah.
I think that came from the art show.
I think that was a cosplay, to be perfectly honest. I don't remember.
That was a costume contest.
He's the taint.
He's the taint. Oily taint of science.
He was the taint.
It's perfect. It's perfect. I remember it being something ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Oh God, I feel like I need to share some good cosplay real quick. So we have Aiel, that's fun. Little baby Aiel.
Baby Aiel. I love baby.
Okay.
Oh yes, JordanCon is very family friendly.
It is.
Kids,
It is. And it's getting even more. I think it's getting more family friendly because more of the people that were there in like the first 5 years now have kids, and those kids are now old enough to, or not. I mean, they're all old enough to come. But like my Avienda will be there next year. She would have been there this year, but she has a dance competition. But she cannot wait to come.
Priorities.
Oh, she asked Jen to move JordanCon. She was like, "Mommy, can Miss Jen move it?" And I was like, "I don't think so."
I love how Jen refers to them as your roving pack of tweens and teens.
Yes, yes. So.
I'm bringing my kiddo, who found a wonderful best friend last year. They've stayed in touch all year long. They've been planning on seeing each other. So, you know, some of us will have our offspring there.
Yes. So basically, start them on JordanCon young, because somebody's got to carry this on after we get too old to do it.
True.
Here, man. Here.
Because I can't do this forever. I cannot. But it's almost 10:30, Tom. So do you have any quick hits that you want to go over?
I don't think I saw anything else pop up in chat. Let's give chat a couple of minutes to catch up to us. You know,
we obviously didn't hit on every single panel, guys, but everything is so awesome.
Yeah. We talked about like 8 panels. There's literally 8 panels an hour, every hour, starting from 4 p.m. on Friday to 10 p.m. and then 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
It's a lot.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's a lot of stuff, and so to reiterate, you will not attend everything.
Yeah, there's going to be signings from Team Jordan, from authors, from like, you know, just our guest authors, from the guests of honor, from we didn't even talk about the guest of honor, Wesley Chu, and who's the artist guest of honor?
Omar Ryan.
Yeah, like and like we used his art in the beginning thing. Like, so here's a better version of it without all of our stuff all over it. Well, all of Dragon Knight's nonsense all over. But I love his stuff. Like,
I love that sweet dragon.
Yeah, we just there's so much in JordanCon to talk about. Like, it's impossible to fit it all in.
But if you are,
we probably should have touched on the guest of honor though.
A little bit.
Next year we'll have an agenda. I'll take care of it.
Yeah. See, Con Mom will
Ebony Mom, you need to control us.
Thank you, Ebony.
But if you are a first timer or even a second, the new member guide is out.
Yes.
It's available. Social. Thank you so much for posting it for me. It's a link. It is all digital this year. We are not printing them because I want Jimmy to like me. So I don't want to waste the money.
We did print the program though. Don't forget the lovely program to carry around. Some of you, I'm very tactile.
Yes.
I love the program.
There'll be a ton of swag up at the registration table.
Right.
When you check in.
So, but I wanted to release the link early in case anybody wanted to print it because they wanted to carry it with them.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
But
and also there'll be what do they call it? The
source.
The source, yes, is the daily updates for the if there's any updates to the schedule and kind of like the newspaper.
Right.
Of JordanCon. So we did get one quick question in chat that I want to grab. Sky Squirrel, one of our newbies, asked, "Are the panels designed to take up the whole lot of time? And can you wander in, wander out?" Yes, obviously you can wander in, wander out. Do it respectfully because there'll be sometimes, depending on the panel, there'll be like this, just 5 people chatting and loud and no real. Not no real organization, but not like super structured. And then some of them are set up a lot like a lecture where, especially some of the panels in the writer's track, which are more like on the nuts and bolts of writing.
Some are interactive.
Yeah, some are interactive.
Some are super interactive. So you might want to be there for the whole thing because maybe like for the writer's track one where you give the prompts, they might read the whole thing at the end and you'll want to stay and hear what it is. Or
Project Runway, I was going to bring up. Which
or
you were
Project Runway.
One of the fabulous judges last year. Project Runway was one of the most.
We are actually judging it again this year.
Yay! Guys, I got to tell you, it's one of the most underattended activities. It was so much fun if you get a chance to go. And I was thinking of Charity Art Jam as well. That's something you can kind of come in and out of. You're watching people create.
And you can just watch it.
Yeah.
You don't even have to participate.
I watched Justin and Annie last year as they worked on theirs. Ariel was there, and there were some other wonderful artists there. But that's one that you feel more comfortable weaving in and out, stopping by. Yes, and it is Sky Squirrel. It
was so much fun.
All the materials are there. I think did they kind of give you a theme to work with, and then or did they get to?
Yeah, I think there's like a prompt.
Yeah, a prompt. Yeah, and
then you create a team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you have 45 minutes to create an outfit, basically. And it's great. It's a lot of fun. Yes, a lot of shenanigans. A lot of shenanigans.
But shenanigans at JordanCon? No, it doesn't sound right.
I know.
Ridiculous.
Basically,
Cue the Alina picks.
Oh yeah. Basically, if there's like if it's during panel timing, like there's a panel going on and the door's closed, just very quietly open the door and peek in. And then if there's room to sit down, sit down. But there'll usually be like, if sometimes the rooms get full, which I'm sure the 4:00 p.m.
That one's full.
Saturday panel is going to be full.
It's full right now.
Yeah. There'll be someone at the door to let you know, so it doesn't matter. So just
also with some of the bigger ones like that, like opening ceremonies, there's actually an overflow room, and so they'll direct you into the overflow room and have you sit down in there.
Exactly, and they'll have it up on like a screen to watch.
Yeah. So the one piece of advice that I will give is if it's a panel you're checking out, but you're not 100% sure you want to stay, I always try to get a seat near the door, or at least on that aisle, so you don't have to walk across the room or walk across anybody. Like
or from the front.
Right, yeah. Don't sit up front if you think you might want to leave, because just don't do it. Yeah. Just
right.
But yeah, try to position yourself where if you think you might need to get up, it's not going to be disruptive. Because if you're like me, you believe it or not, I don't want to be noticed most times.
I don't believe it.
I know nobody believes it because I like y'all. Y'all can notice me. Those fools at work, they don't need to notice me.
And yeah, so basically don't try to make an entrance or an exit. Close the door quietly, like Erin said, and make sure you open it quietly, sit down if the panel's going on.
Yeah, read the room.
And if it's a private
room.
panel, like if they don't want people coming in, I think there's usually a door person that's
There
like,
is.
"Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
we're recording.
Mhm.
You can't come in."
Yeah. There'll be
So
some.
you'll know if you can go in or not.
Yeah.
Right.
The safety team will have people at the doors of those panels, so you don't have to worry about that, which is something that people can sign up for. I do want to say, make sure we're going to get ready to wrap up here in a minute. Stick around because I'm going to play a very special video at the end instead of our normal closing outro video. So be sure to watch it. But like I said, have your tissues ready because it will make you cry.
It is a doozy.
Guy Squirrel, just so you know, JordanCon is the one time I am not under the veil. The whole other rest of my life, I am so far under the veil because my Avienda here at home is the attention belongs to her. But she was like 3 or 4. She actually said to me, if I don't get attention every 30 minutes, I think I might die, mommy. And it has not changed. So
that's true. I mean, if you wanna hail the great Lord, that's fine. I mean, the Dark One. Whoops.
You know what? You live your best life. Yeah, live your best life, and I would just suggest you go find Paul if that's the life you're living.
Or Granda, we saw her before.
Yeah.
Matt Staggers, you created such a visual for me. Matt Staggers giving advice on how to not exit the room, and I am
I love all of you awesome nerds, and I'm super looking forward to seeing everybody. I can't wait. This is gonna be so much fun.
Yes.
So make sure to go over to
Just a couple days.
Yes. Make sure to go over to. I know, right? It's insane. Go make sure to follow JordanCon on all the social medias. We've been posting the links, and you'll find them everywhere. We're tagged in all their stuff. They tagged us in their stuff. We tagged them in their stuff. But if you've enjoyed hanging out with Jamie and Alina and Joe, just go and check out their social medias too, which I just posted in chat. You'll find them. I posted their Instagrams, and if they have links to other stuff, you'll find those too. And we'll see you guys in a couple days.
Yep. Fist bumps and hugs all around.
All right. I love you, awesome nerds. Here comes
Love
the
you.
crying.
Love you. Thank you, Tom and Abby. Thank you.
I saw the sun begin to dim and felt that winter wind blow cold. A man learns who is there for him when the glitter fades and the walls won't hold. 'Cause from that rubble, what remains can only be what's true. If all was lost, there's more I gained, 'cause it led me back to you. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. Tonight, let this promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on. I drink champagne with kings and queens. The politicians praised my name. but those were someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became. For years and years, I chased their cheers, a crazy speed of always needing more. But when I stop and see you here, I remember who all this was for. And from now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, what's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. And let it promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on, from now on. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, and we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. What's waited till tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. Let it promise in me start like an anthem in my heart. From now we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, from now on, home again. From now on, from now on, home again.
Oh my God! Thanks for hanging out with us for that, guys. I didn't want to surprise the others when it ended, but love you all, and we'll see you in a couple days. Peace.